Hey guys, what's up? It's Derek, and in today's video we are looking at the difference between using a normal webcam when you're live streaming like the Logitech C920 versus using a DSLR camera as your webcam when you're live streaming. A lot of streaming how-to YouTubes and stuff are starting to post videos about the massive upgrade you receive when you use a DSLR camera over a webcam. So what I want to do is hook up both. I've never actually done this before, and see if you actually get a noticeably big improvement by using a DSLR camera versus a webcam. So what you need in order to do this, if it's something you're thinking about, is you need a DSLR camera, and B, you need some type of capture device. I'm using the Hauppauge HD PVR2 Gaming Edition. You can use any capture device that you like. However, they do nowadays make capture devices specifically for hooking up your DSLR camera. For example, one is called the Cam Link, which comes in a 1080p version or a 4K version, respectively $80 versus about $120, and it also allows you in a very small device to plug it in, kind of looks like a USB stick, right into a USB port and plug your HDMI right into that. Other capture devices like the Hauppauge HD PVR2 can be quite larger, take up more room. So depending on what you're looking for, if you don't have one currently, getting something like the Cam Link could be a good solution. If you already have a capture device laying around from maybe using when you did consoles and stuff and stream that, then I would say just use that, as any of them will work as long as they have the specs that you're looking for. For example, if you're using a 4K DSLR camera, you need a capture device that can capture 4K. If you only need 1080p, then a 1080p one will work fine for you. So we're gonna jump into the computer here, load up OBS, and I'm gonna show you guys the difference between a webcam, the Logitech C920 as I said, and the DSLR camera, and let you guys determine for yourselves how big of a difference there really is in quality and whether it's worth it for you to upgrade or not. All right, let's jump into the computer and take a look. All right guys, and we are here on the computer. So as you guys can see, I have a background behind me, and then this is currently the webcam, the Logitech C920, as I was saying, that you're seeing currently. And what I'm gonna do is here in the other corner, I'm gonna throw up the DSLR camera using the Hauppauge device. I'm using the Canon EOS 80D for that. So that way you guys can see a side-by-side comparison of the two different cameras, so that you yourself can decide if, spending a possible, $600 to $1,000 between a DSLR camera and a capture device is worth it in terms of the quality upgrade that you receive. If you already have this stuff laying around, maybe you create other type of video content and stuff besides just live streaming, then it's a no-brainer that you will get a big quality boost by using your DSLR versus a webcam. But if currently you're just using a webcam and looking to upgrade your stream, this should give you a pretty good idea and gauge to make that decision if it's worth spending the money in that way. So behind me, I'm using a green screen. As you can see here, let me lift it up just so you can kind of see. I use a green screen when I live stream and create these videos. That's why you see a little bit of a green halo around me, around my body here, my arm, my hand and stuff. So one thing I want to mention that you're not going to notice from this video and a benefit to using a DSLR is that with a DSLR camera, you have interchangeable lenses. You can use what's called a prime lens, which is a single lens distance. It's not a zoom lens. And you can set your f-stop low on that, which if you're not using a green screen will blur your background so that just you're in focus, but the background behind you, all the stuff behind you, is out of focus. It's called the bokeh effect, and it looks really nice. So you'll notice a lot of higher end streamers that'll have that effect on their stream where they'll be in focus, everything behind them is out of focus, and it just makes your scene look nice overall. This really isn't a factor or an issue if you're using a green screen, but I did want to point out that that is one nice feature of having a DSLR camera versus a webcam that unfortunately this video is not going to show you, but that you should make note of. If you're unsure what I'm talking about, think of the portrait mode on like the new iPhones or the new Samsung phones, and it's basically that same feature, but in your video camera and not just on a photo. All right, so with that said, now I'm gonna pop up the DSLR camera in the other side of the frame here. One last thing I wanna note is I do use filters on all of my webcams, cameras, so a little bit of color correction and stuff. I don't do anything crazy. I add just a touch of contrast and just a touch of saturation. I do this both on my webcam. You're currently seeing, what you're seeing now is with a filter on, and the camera, the DSLR camera, will have the same exact filter. So let me go ahead and throw that on, and boom. As you can see immediately, the DSLR camera has quite a bit better saturation and color contrast, and the colors look more like my actual skin tone than the webcam. The webcam's a little more desaturated. Also, if you notice, the details in my shirt, you can tell the pattern a little bit better in my shirt and stuff with the DSLR than you can with the webcam. So again, you know, that's just kind of something to notice, just pointing out. You'll also notice that the green effect around my hand and my arm and stuff is less noticeable. So if you're using a green screen, you'll get a little bit better color in that area around your edges. And then basically just overall, you can see the difference in quality between the two and kind of make your determination. As I said, just wanted to kind of give you guys a comparison of a webcam versus a DSLR side by side. One last thing that I want to note about using a camera like a DSLR, again, is the ability to change lenses and use different lenses. So I'm using a wide angle lens on my DSLR. You don't really notice looking at this side-by-side comparison, but when you would notice is when, for example, with me using a green screen, when I put my hand up, you'll notice on the webcam that I am now in the region of being cut off on my green screen. Whereas with my normal DSLR, because I'm using a widescreen, I actually have more of the background and stuff here, so my hand's not getting cut off. Look how far I can actually extend it up. In fact, all the way out of frame before my hand's getting cut off, which just gives for a better effect if I'm in a game and I just go something like, oh my gosh, can you believe it, guys? Again, my entire body's in frame, whereas you can see with the webcam, it's getting cut off. So that's another nice feature of a DSLR, is that interchangeability of lenses and to be able to use something like a wide angle lens on it. All right, that's it for this video, guys. Real quick video, you know, nothing too technical, nothing too fancy. Just wanted to give you guys that side-by-side look so that if it was something you were considering doing, because it's now becoming a popular thing when it comes to the world of streaming, is upgrading from a webcam to a DSLR. And I think a lot of people have the question, like I did, is it worth the money, what it's going to cost you to do that for the quality boost that you're going to receive? So that's not for me to determine. That's for each and every one of you to determine, as it's your money you're going to have to spend to do it. But hopefully this test helps you out a little bit. If you guys enjoyed this video, I would appreciate you guys smashing the like button. It helps me out tremendously. Make sure you guys subscribe if you are not already, as I produce gaming videos, stream highlights, as well as tutorials on how to do different things when you're streaming. And I also post vlogs and stuff on my various travel adventures and stuff, as I get to travel quite frequently for work and stuff. So smash the like button, smash the subscribe button. If you're interested in seeing any of my live streams when I'm doing gaming and stuff, you can check those out by going to omgitsderek.tv. OMG, it's DEREK.tv. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and until next time, peace out, everybody.